Well, it's been a minute since I put out a YouTube video, but I am back and back with something a little bit different. Been part of the 1984 community replay project for a bit and have played some random games here and there, but I haven't done any on YouTube, so thought I'd do that here today. Picked out a game and we will play it here. From September 4th, 1984, it is the Seattle Mariners visiting the Texas Rangers. And this is a battle for the cellar of the American League West. In the replay so far, Seattle 61 and 77, Texas 61 and 75. Seattle at this point in real life was 60 and 77. Texas at this point in real life 56 and 79. So Texas playing a little bit better than real life. The end of the 1984 standings, Seattle finished 74 and 88. They tied for fifth out of 7 teams in the AL West. Texas finished in last in the AL West with a 69 and 92 record. So Seattle at Texas. See what happens here today. In real life, Seattle won this one 6-3 in 13 innings. 3-3 after 9. Seattle finally scored 3 in the top of the 13th. Hopefully we don't play 13 today. Hopefully we can keep it to 9, but we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Playing APBA Basic, by the way. These are the original 1984 APBA cards. For Seattle, leading off and playing second base, Jack Perconti. At shortstop, it's Spike Owen. The first baseman is Alvin Davis. DH is Ken Phelps. In right field, Al Cowens. In left field, Steve Henderson. Third baseman is Jim Presley. Behind the plate, it's Bob Kearney. And center field, it's John Moses. And John Moses did not play a whole lot for Seattle this year. He was not part of the original 1984 set, and I don't have the XBs, so I'm not sure if he would have been in there. So I had to go to Steve's card computer and print off a card of John Moses. So I'll be using that here today for him. Starting pitcher for the Mariners will be Jim Beattie. Beattie in real life in 1984 went 12 and 16 with a 3.41 ERA. So far in the replay, 10 and 7. A 3.64 earned run average. Here's the lineup for the Texas Rangers. Leading off and playing left field, Billy Sample. Center fielder, Gary Ward. Third baseman's Buddy Bell. Hitting cleanup in the DH, Larry Parrish. First baseman's Pete O'Brien. Right fielder is George Wright. Donnie Scott's the catcher. Kurt Wilkerson's at shortstop. And Wayne Tollison plays second base. On the mound for the Rangers, their ace, Charlie Hough. Hough was pretty good in 1984 in real life, 16 and 14, team best 16 wins, 3.76 ERA. The replay has gone dreadfully for Charlie Hough, a 7 and 17 record, 5.15 ERA so far. So see if he can bring it back today. Beattie is a BYZ, Hough is a CY. So there you have it. We'll see if at the end of today, who's in last place in the American League West in the 1984 Community Replay Project. So let's play ball. Jack Perconti will lead off the top of the first for the Mariners. 24 is a 13. Hough strikes him out. Here's Spike Owen. Owen, 245 in real life, hitting 232 in the replay. That 44 is an 8, and against the C pitcher, that is a base hit for Spike Owen. I'll bring up Alvin Davis. Alvin Davis in 1984, 284 average, team high 27 home runs. In the replay, 269 average, 25 home runs here in early September. So runner on first, 1 out for Alvin Davis. 16's a 28. He'll be hit to the shortstop. Texas is fielding 3, so ground ball, slow ground ball to the shortstop Wilkerson. He charges, picks it up. Only play will be to first. Gets the out. And advances to second base. So runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Ken Phelps. Phelps, 241 average, 24 home runs in real life in 1984. In the replay, he's hitting 230 with 18 home runs. Hough's pitch to Phelps. 45-14, first base is open. Ken Phelps walks. So runners on first and second. 2 outs for Al Cowens. Cowens hit 277 in 1984. He's also hitting 277 in the replay. He's already out-homered his real-life 1984 self. He had 15 in 84. He's got 16 here in the replay. Here is Al Cowens. 32 is a 26. Popped it up. Middle infield, the second baseman, Tollison calls for it. He's got it, and that ends the top of the first. Here come the Rangers in the bottom of the first. Billy Sample will lead off. It's been a rough replay for Sample. He had 247 in real life, just 196 so far here in the replay. 22, though, is an 8, but an 8 against Beattie, the B pitcher. That's just going to be a fly ball to center field, caught for the first out. Here's Gary Ward. Ward, 284 average, 21 home runs in 1984. 260 average, 13 home runs here in the replay. And Ward, an 11, that's a 3 on his card. Hit down the right field line into the corner. Ward is fast. He is motoring around the bases. Cowens picks it up in the corner, throws it in, but not before Gary Ward goes all the way to third base with a 1-out triple. I'm going to bring up Buddy Bell. Buddy Bell, 315, team best batting average for the Rangers in 1984. He is also hitting 315 here in the replay. He had 11 home runs in 1984. He has 11 home runs in the replay. Still with a month to go here in the month of September, but he'll probably surpass that. Way behind in RBI, though. 83 RBI in real life, 57 RBI so far in the replay. But he's got a chance for one here. 1-out runner on third. Here's Beattie's pitch to Buddy Bell. 31 is a 9 against the B pitcher. That is hit into left field. It will fall in for a base hit. Gary Ward will score the game's opening run. Buddy Bell is going to try to stretch it into a double. Henderson's throw in time to get Buddy Bell. So he does not get the double. He is retired at second base, but he does get the RBI. And now it's 1-0 Texas here in the bottom of the first. So, as Bell is retired at second base, nobody on base, 2 outs for Larry Parrish. Parrish, 285 averaged, team best 22 home runs in 1984. He has outdone himself so far in the replays, hitting 292 with 23 home runs. Pitch to Parrish. 14's a 30, fly ball to left, caught by Steve Henderson. That'll end the first inning, but the Rangers go in front 1-0. To the top of the second, Steve Henderson will lead off for the Mariners. Henderson, 262, 10 home runs in 1984. In the replay, just 241 average, just 3 home runs. Here's Henderson to lead off the second. 35's a 40, fouls the first pitch off. 33 is a 0, will roll in Henderson's second column. As we said, 10 home runs in 1984. That 41 will just be a 7. That'll be hit into right field. It'll fall in for just a single. So bad luck for Henderson there. He couldn't turn that into extra bases. But the leadoff runner is aboard for the Mariners. And here's Jim Presley. Presley having quite a good replay compared to real life. 227 average, 10 home runs in 1984. But in the replay, hitting about 50 points better. He's hitting 281. He's already got 14 home runs. So here is the pitch to Jim Presley. 51's a 9, though against the C pitcher. Not going to be a hit. It's going to be a ground ball to third baseman, Buddy Bell. Henderson must have got a good jump. Bell's not going to go to second. Bell will go to first. He will retire Presley. Henderson is mixed to second base with 1 out. Potential tying run in scoring position for the Mariners. Bob Kearney steps to the plate. Kearney, 225 average, 7 home runs in 1984. 220 average, 3 home runs in the replay. Pitch to Kearney. 25's a 9. Again, against a C pitcher. And that is a ground ball right side, taken by the first baseman O'Brien. He steps on first. He gets the out, but Henderson will go to third base. So 2 outs. Runner on third for John Moses. Moses, he only had 35 at-bats in the 1984 season, but he had a .343 average. I believe this is his debut in the replay. It's a big at-bat, as he's got a chance to tie the game. Runner on third, 2 outs. Here's pitch to John Moses. 26 is a 13. Hough strikes him out. So gets out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the second. Texas still leads 1-0. Pete O'Brien will lead off for the Rangers. O'Brien, .287 average, 18 home runs in 1984. .280 average, 11 home runs in the replay. 21's a 32. Fly ball to right, but it'll die at the warning track. Cowens will make the catch for the first out. Here's George Wright, .243 average, 9 home runs in 1984. Hitting .266 with 5 home runs in the replay. 45's a 14. He will draw a walk. Rangers have a base runner with 1 out. Here's the catcher, Donnie Scott. Scott, .221 average, 3 home runs in 1984. .243 average, 2 home runs in the replay. Pitch to Scott. 14's a 30. High fly ball to left, but easily catchable by Steve Henderson for the second out. 2 outs now. Kurt Wilkerson comes to the plate. Wilkerson, .248 average, 1 home run in 1984. Just a .174 average. Really had him in a terrible time of it in the replay. That's 2 home runs. So here's the pitch to Wilkerson. 61's a 32. Fly ball to right. Al Cowens has it. That ends the second inning. Still 1-0 Texas as we go to the third. Back to the top of the order for the Mariners. Jack Perconti, didn't mention his stats. First time up, .294 average. Team best, led Seattle in 1984. No home runs, 31 RBI. In the replay, a .308 average, 2 home runs, 40 runs batted in. Also, Seattle's best threat to steal. He had 29 in 1984, has 22 in the replay. So here's Perconti. He struck out his first time up. This time, 13's a 14. He's aboard with a walk. Leadoff runner on. That'll bring up Spiko, and he singled his first time up. 31's a 14, and that is back-to-back walks issued by Charlie Hough. So rough start here in the third inning for the Rangers ace. And now Alvin Davis comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And Davis, 27 home runs in 1984. Almost. 65's a 35. Hit a mile high, but straight up and drifting back. It'll stay in the park for Donnie Scott, the catcher, to catch it in foul territory. That's the first out. Ken Phelps walked his first time up. Pitch to Phelps. 14's a 30. This will just be a routine fly to left for Billy Sample to catch, and there's 2 away. So after walking the first 2 batters, can Hough get out of this? There's Al Cowens, 0 for 1. Ooh, almost a 22. That would have been a 0, but instead it's a 21. That's a 30. That is another fly ball to left, and Billy Sample rushes in. He makes the catch to end the inning. So Charlie Hough starts the top of the third with 2 walks, but then issues. Gets 3 straight outs, and we go to the bottom of the third. Rangers still holding a 1-0 lead. Wayne Tollison, Rangers number 9 hitter, he'll lead off here in the bottom of the third. Tollison .213 average, no home runs in 1984. He is hitting .235, no home runs in the replay. Here's the pitch to Tolson to start the third. 34 is a 31, and that'll be a fly ball to center. John Moses moves to his left a few steps. He makes the catch, one away. Back to the top of the order, Billy Samples 0 for 1 today. 35 is a 40. He'll foul the first pitch off. Now 56 is a 34, and there's a Y. Beattie has the Y. He strikes out Sample. Here's Gary Ward. He tripled in the first inning and scored the game's opening run. So Ward's second at bat. 32-26, ground ball right side, fielded by Perconti. He's got it, throws over to Davis. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Jim Beattie. On to the fourth. Rangers still with a 1-0 lead. Steve Henderson to lead off for the Mariners. He had a single. He's got one of the 2 Seattle hits today. This time, though, Charlie Hough at 26 is a 13, and that's a strikeout. That'll bring up Jim Presley. Grounded out last time. 21 is a 30. Shallow fly ball to left. Sample. He's on his horse, and he will get there. He will make the catch. 2 away. The catcher, Bob Kearney, grounded out his first time up. 21 is a 30, and that is another fly ball to Billy Sample, keeping him busy out there. He'll make the catch to end the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Charlie Hough. To the bottom of the fourth, Buddy Bell will lead things off. He had the RBI single in the first inning for the game's only run. Beattie's pitch. 56 is a 13. Beattie this time strikes out Bell. Now Larry Parrish, who is 0 for 1. 26 is a 32. Fly ball to right. Al Cowens backs up to the warning track, but he does make the catch for the second out. Pete O'Brien's 0 for 1. 65 is a 35. Ground ball at the first baseman, Alvin Davis. He's got it, and that ends the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Jim Beattie. And since giving up that hit to Buddy Bell, let's see, well, he's retired 8 straight since a walk to George Wright. Okay, to the top of the fifth. Good game so far, 1-0 Rangers. John Moses, he struck out his first time up. 64 is a 13. Huff's got his number, strikes out Moses for the second time. And Jack Perconti steps to the plate for the third time. He has struck out and walked. 26 is a 32, and that is another fly ball to right. George Wright tracks it down to the corner, makes the catch. 2 away. Spike Owen has reached base twice, a single and a walk. Can he make it 3 in a row? Nope. 14's a 30, and that is a fly ball to left. Again, Billy Sample gobbling up everything hit his way. And Charlie Hough mows him down again. Bottom 5. George Wright. He walked his first time up. 32 is a 26. Ground ball, right side hole. Perconti makes a good stop on it, gets to his feet, throws over to Davis, 1 away. Here's Donnie Scott, who's 0 for 1. 15's an 8, but against Beattie, the B pitcher, not a hit. That is a fly ball to center field, caught by John Moses for the second out. Brings up Kurt Wilkerson, 0 for 1. 26 is a 30, fly ball to left. Steve Henderson runs it down, makes the catch, and both pitchers in a big groove right now. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Jim Beattie. So right now, Beattie has retired 11 straight. Charlie Hough has retired 9 straight. So great pitching duel here today between the two. See if they can keep it going here as we reach the 6th inning. Alvin Davis, 3-4-5 hitters coming up for Seattle. Davis 0 for 2. 55's an 8. And against the C pitcher, that is a base hit. Third hit of the game for the Mariners. Leadoff runner is aboard. Now here is Ken Phelps. 0 for 1 with a walk. 61 is a 22. And Hough pitches inside. He hits Phelps. Phelps will take first base. Davis goes to second. And runners on first and second. Nobody out for the Mariners. Been here before, I think. Yes, first and second in the 3rd inning, but then 3 straight outs. Can Charlie Hough do it again? Here's Al Cowens, 0 for 2 today. 54 is a 32. Let's see. Davis not fast, so he will have to stay put. This is just going to be a fly ball to right, caught by George Wright. The runners stay put. 1 away. Steve Henderson has one of the 3 Seattle hits. He's 1 for 2. Struck out his last time up. Now we might have something big here. That 11's a 0 will roll on Henderson's second column. 10 home runs in 1984. Just 3 on the replay. 13, not a home run, but it is a 6. And that is going to be hit into the left center field gap. Alvin Davis will score from second base. They're going to wave Ken Phelps home. But Phelps is slow, and the throw from Sample to Wilkerson into Scott will get there in time to retire Ken Phelps at home. Thrown out at the plate. Steve Henderson does, though, have the RBI double to tie the ball game. So, top of the 6th, we are tied at 1 on the Henderson double. There are 2 outs now after Phelps thrown out at the plate. And Jim Presley steps in. He's 0 for 2. Can he put the Mariners ahead here? Nope, 26 is a 13. Hough recovers, strikes out Presley. So the Mariners tie it up. It's 1-1 going to the bottom of the 6th. 9, 1, and 2 hitters coming up for the Rangers. Starting with Wayne Tollison. He is 0 for 1. 63 is a 31. Shallow fly ball to center, but John Moses will get there and make the catch for 1 out. Top of the order, here's Billy Sample, 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. 63 is a 31. Again, fly ball, this time left center field. John Moses will get there and make a second straight out. And now here's Gary Ward. Tripled back in the first inning. 1 for 2 today. 65 is a 35. Hits a ground ball at Alvin Davis. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Jim Beattie. And Jim Beattie has now 14 straight batters he's retired since a walk to George Wright in the second. Texas has just 2 hits. They both came in the first inning. Go to the 7th. Still tied at 1. 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up for Seattle. First up, Bob Kearney. He's 0 for 2. 44 is an 8 against the C pitcher. That is a base hit up the middle for Bob Kearney. Leadoff runner aboard. Here's John Moses, who has struck out twice. Given the situation, Moses is going to sacrifice, see if he can get Kearney to second. 45's a 14. And Hough, losing control here, ends up walking Moses. So runners on first and second for Seattle's best hitter, Jack Perconti. And should we have him bunt, or should we have him swing away because he is their best hitter? I think swing away. Perconti will swing away. Well, bad choice. 14's a 30. Fly ball to left. Billy Sample once again. Runners have to stay put. Probably should have bunted. Now, can Spike Owen come through? He is 1 for 2 with a walk. 12 is a 12. Ground ball to the shortstop, Wilkerson. He flips it to Tollison for 1 out. Tollison's throw on to first. Owen beats it by half a step. So Owen is safe. Get the fielder's choice. Kearney goes to third. Moses out at second. Owen's safe at first. And now there are runners at the corners. 2 outs for Alvin Davis. Davis 1 for 3. 284 average in 1984. Can he put the Mariners ahead here in the 7th? Alvin Davis. It is a deep fly to right. It is back. It is deep. It is gone. The Mariners now lead 4-1 on the 3-run homer by Alvin Davis. He had 27 of them in 1984. Here in the replay, this is his 26th. So, 4-1 Seattle. No runs for Seattle in the first 5 innings. They got 1 in the 6th, now 3 in the 7th. Manager come out and talk to Charlie Hough, but Hough, they just let him go because he went 11 innings in this game in real life. And he had a lot of complete games in 1984, so they're just going to let him go. Ken Phelps, 0 for 1, has walked and been hit by a pitch. 34's a 31. This is a fly ball to center field. Deep, but not deep enough. Gary Ward has it. And that will end the inning, but the 3-run home run by Alvin Davis puts the Mariners up 4-1. After the 7th inning stretch, we go to the bottom of the 7th here at Arlington Stadium. Rangers come to bat now trailing by 3, and Jim Beattie has just been lights out. What do we say, 14 straight hitters retired. Buddy Bell, 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up, so Bell 1 for 2 today. RBI single in the first inning. This time 65's a 35, ground ball right side. Alvin Davis has it. He waves off Beattie, takes it himself, 1 away. Now Larry Parrish, who's 0 for 2. 44 is a 7, and finally, Texas has another base hit. Parrish finds the hole between the third baseman and the shortstop. It's through for a single. Rangers have a base runner, first one in a while. And Pete O'Brien comes to the plate. O'Brien's a threat to go deep. He had 18 home runs in 1984. 1 out runner on first. Beattie's pitch. Almost. That 65, though, is a 35, and that is a hit high behind the plate. It will stay in the park, and Bob Kearney, the catcher, he will make the catch in foul territory for the 2nd out. Now George Wright, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. 15's an 8, but against the B pitcher Beattie, ground ball to Presley at third. He's got it. He throws to first to end the inning. So we've played 7 full innings. Seattle leads 4-1. Charlie Hough will come out for the 8th. He'll be facing the 5, 6, 7 hitters, starting with Al Cowens, 0 for 3 today. 62 is a 32. Fly ball to right. Caught by right, one away. Here's Steve Henderson having a good day at the plate. 2 for 3, a single and a double. This time, though, Huff's got his number. 24 is a 13. Huff strikes him out. 2 away. Brings up Jim Presley. He's 0 for 3. 16 is a 28. Ground ball at Wilkerson at short. He's got it. No problem. Throws over to O'Brien. And Charlie Hough, a 1-2-3 inning. To the bottom of the 8th. Texas down to their last 6 outs to try to get back into this one. Donnie Scott, 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. Scott's 0 for 2. 65 is a 35. That's a ground ball at Alvin Davis, the first baseman. He's got it. Takes himself one away. Kurt Wilkerson's 0 for 2. 14's a 30. Hit down the left field line. Steve Henderson, can he get there? Yes, he does. He makes the catch. 2 outs. Wayne Tollison's 0 for 2. 51's a 14. Beattie issues a 2-out walk. And Billy Sample will come to the plate for the 4th time, but he is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Can he keep the 8th inning going for the Rangers? 42 is a 13. Beattie strikes out Sample to end the 8th. Jim Beattie, 1 run, 3 hits allowed through 8 innings. Texas will be down to the last 3 outs. It'll still be a 3-run deficit. We'll see here. Charlie Hough will come back out for the 9th to face Kearney, Moses, and Perconti, 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Seattle. Can Seattle add any insurance runs here in the top of the 9th? Let's find out. Huff's pitch to Kearney. Kearney's 1 for 3. 22's a 7. Bob Kearney up the middle, base hit. His 2nd hit of the game. 7th hit for the Mariners. John Moses 0 for 2 with a walk. This time he'll be swinging away. 55's a 7. Driven into right. Right fielder Wright picks it up. And before he can get it back in, Kearney goes from 1st to 3rd. John Moses has a single. Seattle threatening again here. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Let's see. Perconti 0 for 3 with a walk. Nobody out. Text this. We'll have to bring the infield in. Pitch to Perconti. 51's an 8 against the C pitcher Hough. Fly ball to center, pretty deep. Ward will make the catch. Kearney will tag, and he will score on the sacrifice fly. And it is now 5-1 Mariners. So Perconti with a sac fly. 1 out now. Runner on first for Spike Owen. And Owen's 1 for 3 with a walk. 61's a 23. Moses takes off. Scott's throw in time. John Moses thrown out at second on the caught stealing. He would actually be ejected, but I'm gonna ignore that. So since we're here in the 9th inning, 2 outs now. Nobody on base after the caught stealing, and Spike Owen still at the plate. 12 is a 12. Ground ball to the 3rd baseman, Buddy Bell. He's got it. Throws to first to end the inning. The Mariners tack on 1 more run. It's 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Jim Beattie will come out, look to close this game out. 1 run, 3 hits in 8 innings. He'll be facing the Rangers' 2, 3, and 4 hitters. And beginning with Gary Ward, he has one of the 3 Ranger hits. He had a triple back in the first inning, scored the Rangers' only run. Pitch to Ward. 61's a 24. Ground ball up the middle. Spiko unable to get to it. Throws to first in time. Beats Gary Ward by a half a step. First out is made. Here's Buddy Bell. He's 1 for 3. Had an RBI single in the first inning. 12's a 12. Ground ball. Hard ground ball. But fielded cleanly by the third baseman Presley. Throws across the diamond for the second out. Rangers down to their final out here in the bottom of the ninth. It's Larry Parrish. He's 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. 23 is a 27. Another ground ball left side, again taken by Presley, the third baseman. Throws over to first, gets the out, and that is the ball game. Final score from Arlington Stadium in Texas: Seattle 5, Texas 1. Seattle improves to 61 and 77 in the replay. Texas falls to 56 and 80. So putting Texas a little bit more in the hole. And Seattle, a little bit of breathing room here. They put Texas further into the American League West cellar. Let's look at the numbers for this one. For the Mariners, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 6 runners left on base. For the Rangers, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. 8 hits by the Mariners. 3 players had 2 hits today: Alvin Davis, Steve Henderson, and Bob Kearney. Steve Henderson had an RBI double in the 6th inning. Alvin Davis had the big 3-run homer in the 7th. Final run was scored on a Jack Perconti sacrifice fly in the 9th. Great performance by Jim Beattie. He improves to 11 and 7 in the replay. 9 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. So great game by Jim Beattie. For the home team, the Rangers, just 3 hits by 3 different players. 1 went for extra bases. It was a first inning triple by Gary Ward. He then scored on a single by Buddy Bell, but after the first inning, just 1 more hit the rest of the way. Charlie Hough, he has had a rough time of it in the replay, and he falls to 7 and 18. He goes 9 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So there you have it. In the 1984 Community Replay Project from September 4th, 1984 in Arlington Stadium. Final score, the Seattle Mariners 5, the Texas Rangers 1. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe for more YouTube projects. Hopefully, maybe do some more of these 1984 games. Got some baseball cards and other trading cards to open up and share. We'll get back to doing some other tabletop sports games as well. If you want to see what I'm doing other project-wise, you can head over to my website, rogersportsgames.com, where I chronicle everything. Current projects include a 2025 San Francisco Giants replay and a 2022-23 Sacramento Kings replay. So if you want to see what I'm doing with those and how those replays are going, you can go check that out at rogersportsgames.com. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more.